Education, Heritage and Honorable Minister.
By the College of Business Hospitality. For example, research international participants who are here.
Thank you for your kind introduction. FNU Deputy Chair, Dr. Nur Banwali, Vice Chancellor, Professor Lim, FNU Senior Management Team, guest speakers, I would like to acknowledge you. I know you have traveled far and wide to be in Fiji for this particular conference, and you are adding to the tourism number that we are calculating on a daily basis. So thank you for coming over, and I hope you'll come back with your family and friends for a holiday. Participants, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen, Bulabinaka, and a very good morning to each one of you. I would like to thank Professor Lim and the Dean for extending the invitation to me to address you all at the 2022 International Conference on Business, Hospitality and Tourism. I'm pleased to note that the theme for the conference is Post-Pandemic Resilience, a Sustainable Approach. The theme is very apt to our story as a nation and our battle against a once-in-a-century global crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic. A pandemic that we as a nation ultimately survived and moved on. But now we're here, there's going to be another round, the fourth wave. So we are dreading that, but we hope that it's going to just pass by and it will not affect us so badly as it did in the second wave. During that period, I recall 2020, 2021, our borders were closed and our economy suffered. But it was our resilience and our brave Fijian spirit that got us through this dark period in our nation's history. Here we are, getting back on our feet, showing the world that Fiji is open and ready for business once again. I would like to say thank you to every Fijian who got vaccinated so we could open our borders, resume businesses, and help put food on the tables for thousands of Fijian families. Ladies and gentlemen, during that period, around 110,000 people lost jobs in Fiji. And Fiji is a small country with very small economy, and to assist 110,000 people for so many months was a mammoth task for the Fijian government. But then governments are there to look after their people, and we managed to assist every household who needed our help. On visitor arrivals, Fiji is doing well. From January to October this year, visitor arrival is around 497,000, more than 497,000 visitors. This is 66.1% of arrivals in the same period of 2019. Our current forecast is around 65% of 2019 level, but let's see what the number is in the next 2 months. The tourism sector is definitely helping Fijians to be employed, and tourism sector is the biggest employer for most of our people. I want to emphasize the importance of being resilient is a hallmark of all Fijians. We have overcome many challenges. If we count the number of cyclones that struck Fiji from 2016, after our first Category 5 cyclone stands at 14, wiping out half of our GDP. And this is a mammoth challenge for the government. It's not in our control, but we have to deal with it. In 2020 and 2021, we had to handle not just cyclones, but also COVID-19 pandemic. And unfortunately, even during those 2 years, we had to face another Category 5 cyclone. And the worst was Cyclone Yasa, which was just a few days before Christmas. These unforeseen tragedy impacted each one of us. But we were determined and we got through it. Ladies and gentlemen, as our national university, FNU is a proud dual sector university committed to higher education and technical and vocational education and training. To be honest, FNU is known for its TBAC program, and for years FNU has been assisting the business sector with producing the right skills so that the businesses can grow and it can contribute to our economic growth. The University's College of Business, Hospitality and Tourism Studies plays an important role in the socio-economic affairs of Fiji and the region. I know there are regional students who come and study at FNU. The college has significantly contributed towards the training and educating thousands of Fijians employed in our world-renowned tourism and hospitality sector, locally and internationally. You visit Cook Island, you'll come across a Fijian there. You visit Samoa, again you'll come across a Fijian there, looking after the hotel. And also in New Zealand and Australia. So there you go, the significant role this college is playing in developing the skills needed, not only nationally, but internationally as well. By organizing this conference, the college has provided the perfect opportunity for collaboration between academia and practitioners to discuss sustainable approaches towards post-pandemic recovery, despite the mega threats looming upon us. We may have overcome the pandemic, but we need to talk about the biggest threat to our business sector, including our tourism industry and the Pacific today. Not just climate change, but also the impacts of slowdown in global economic growth caused by geopolitical tensions, supply chain issues, high freight costs, increase in interest rate in other countries, shortage of skilled workers, and the frequency and intensity of natural disasters. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to clearly state here that if you look at the number of people that passed away during COVID-19, it's a big number for the world. And I'm sure that these people who passed away, they must have been working somewhere, whether part-time job, full-time job, or whatever, or just running a business. And because of all that, today we see a shift in the way people think, and there is an acute shortage of skilled workers around the world. I'll be honest in saying, Europe and USA are the lucky ones. They don't invest much, but they get the workers from the rest of the world. For a small economy like Fiji, we continue to lose our skilled workers. We invest heavily in providing their training, providing free education and free higher education. Unfortunately, it seems that we just continue training and hoping that our people will see the value in staying back and opening their own business and contributing to the economy. So this is a major challenge for a small island state like ours, and I'm sure with other island countries. And that is why I commend the college for taking on the honors of bringing together various key stakeholders to have discussion as to how we can further strengthen and develop our business sector, including tourism, to become more resilient to the issues caused by mega threats facing the world. I can see many of you here from the academic world and have been in research field for years. I believe in research as it provides critical and relevant information to broaden our knowledge and to make relevant changes to the policies to deal with the challenges so that everyone can benefit. And I'm a strong believer in this. Ladies and gentlemen, when I did my master's degree in Europe, something I learned and I cherish after completing my thesis, which was on environmental impact of trade agreement, we were given the opportunity to design the cover page of our thesis booklet. You know, the whole book that we produced. And the idea was to make the cover colorful, make the cover beautiful, attractive, so that people are attracted and they pick up the book from the shelf and start reading. Unlike what I see in this region, where the cover is generally black, stacked, and people fear, unless and until you are in the academic business. So I think some of these things need to change. It's no point spending years doing research and just writing a paper, and that's about it. We need to go beyond that. And I have seen it when I was working at Consumer Council. For the first time, no one, absolutely no one had done a research in hire purchase industry, banking services in Fiji, where we looked at the various banks and we saw their behavior, you know, in basically ripping off unsuspecting consumers. And through that research, we were able to raise awareness, we were able to convince the policymakers, and we were able to hold the regulator accountable, which was the Reserve Bank of Fiji. And to be honest, Reserve Bank of Fiji is doing a marvelous job in this area, but during that time, not much was happening. So somebody had to shake them up, just like what's happening in Australia. There is a review of Reserve Bank in Australia, and I think we need to hold each other accountable, then only people will benefit. So to me, research is extremely important, extremely important. And I think for researchers, you need to ensure that your paper, whatever your research topic is, ultimately translates into action and it brings about change in people's life. No matter what we do, it is about changing the way we do things, or you can call it problem solving. So for the next 2 days, I'll be closely following the conference, and I'll be interested in seeing the presentations and key issues highlighted by the speakers. And it is of very, it is of importance to the government to see how else we can use some of the research papers to change the policies that currently exist. A conference of this magnitude, ladies and gentlemen, will undoubtedly provide much learning, and collectively we can find solutions to the many challenges for the post-pandemic recovery. I thank the FNU's College of Business, Hospitality and Tourism Studies commitment to organize this conference for Fijians as well as our international speakers and participants, and I hope that we can hold such conference every year. This conference will provide great benefits not only to those who will attend the conference, great, you all are here, but to those whom the solutions and plans discussed here will benefit. So I'm looking at the later part. My challenge to everyone is to continue with teamwork and collaboration as industries, individuals, or as organizations, so that we can all work together and take Fiji forward. Universities need to continue to strive for international benchmarking. As one of the signatories for the Tokyo Convention, it is important for us to continuously improve our quality to allow the mobility of students and academics between countries, which is a hallmark of universities. Improving access to tertiary education and raising the standard of higher education learning has always been one of the top priorities for the Fijian government, as seen in the provision of national toppers and the tertiary education loan scheme. In addition to providing over 160 million annually for this, the government also gives university and other tertiary institutions around $70 million. So you can see this is a serious and critical investment as we want our national university to lead the tertiary sector in Fiji and become the hub for higher education in the Pacific region. We do not wish to stop at that. We hope that our national university will become a regional leader in developing and implementing innovative solutions to combat climate change and help boost resilience in various sectors. So you empower not only Fijians, but the region with tools for sustainable development and help create a knowledge-based society through research and training that uplifts Fijians from the grassroots level. Conferences such as this are a step in the right direction. It is a step in the right direction so that, collectively we can achieve these goals, and I'm grateful that I get to witness this progress firsthand. I wish the organizers and everyone who has worked behind the scene over months, I'm sure, and probably, last night, trying to ensure that everything goes according to the plan. You all have done workshops, and it is a sleepless night. So I want to thank all of you who have worked hard to put this conference together, and I wish you very best for the next 2 days. To the attendees, I wish you the very best as well in finding creative solutions for post-pandemic resilience based on sustainable approaches. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I now declare the conference open. Good night.